here we are back at it again. It's your boy R Man and Azriel over here. We're gonna be taking a nice little look at Claudio Serafino's reveal for Tekken 8, as well as the combat pack from Mortal Kombat 1. Now, we'll preface, we did already watch these separately, but now we're just giving our thoughts and reviewing it.
Right.
All right, straight in.
Get ready for the next battle! Tekken 8! New Challenger!
Niente di più facile.
Claudio Serafino!
Luce di Sirio, risplendi al massimo.
JoJo's pose.
Straight up. Just right on. I like how
Yeah, man, it looks like there's a few returning things in Tekken 8, but mostly, like 70% is gonna be new. Even when you look at older characters like Martial Law and Paul Phoenix. I know a lot of people get really upset, a lot of Tekken when they take out older moves, you know what I'm saying? And then, even throw in some newer ones, but like they really get mad when you take something out. And they don't understand there's a balance. Just like in Pokemon. It was too many. So they couldn't balance it, so they had to take some out. But what moves for Claudio do you think they'll take out?
Well, I did just get out of the practice mode just before then. And from the look of it, they switched out his down back T1, which coming from a PlayStation controller that's going down back and triangle, and then right after press triangle, you press square. Usually, or beforehand, it was special mid and then an actual mid. But here we see it is a low into a mid. I think I just skipped over it.
Luce di Sirio, risplendi al massimo.
Yeah, that was right there. That's definitely out because of this move. And it looks like they replaced the twin figure, which is that little figure right there where he's on the backhand with one hand, and then he turns completely around and then hits him with the other hand. In Tekken 7, it was his right hand, and then he would turn around and like throw his arm out per like JoJo style and hit you with the left hand that would cause you to do the head spin or tail spin.
And just what you saying that leads into my next point. I feel like in Tekken 7, his fighting style appeared to be a lot more deceitful and unpredictable. In this, it looks like it's just pure aggression. Like, look at the way I don't know if this is just the player that's playing him, but like his juggles are short distance, which is great for, long combos. The way that he dashes on a lot of his attacks, I've seen it on like 3 different attacks. Obviously, I can't name them because I'm not Claudio main. But still, like, it looks great. I mean, obviously, everyone has the heat dash, but like, even the way they fall down into his light arrow, oh my god, I can't wait to use him in heat mode.
I feel like looking at it, he'll be as powerful as he was
Arrivederci!
A little bit overlooked on certain
Devo adempiere al mio dovere.
but in the hands of like Shadow Twin, he was really a problem. And going off of like his way he's moving right now, he definitely does look a lot more aggressive. And it looks like they did give you some more legs. I don't know if you're familiar with Claudio.
Non c'è spazio per i
He
diletti.
only had maybe 3 or 4 legs. And
Mm,
it's surprising that they kept it down back three right here. And it still transitions into the opponent. Like it falls. Yeah, falls directly into a combo.
mm.
I don't know if anybody sees that, but right here, he bounds the person, bounds the bot 9 times. And I haven't seen him do all of them, but I just can't see any of them.
Right. So let's talk about his heat mode more, because it looks like there's gonna be a difference in between the auras that he uses. Like blue, like we've known him to use, but it almost looks like in the short amount of time from Tekken 7 to Tekken 8, he's trained in his exorcism arts.
Exactly.
And even his F yet is the Banisher of Demons, which is fire as fuck. I wish that was my Pornhub name or something. But he, he has like a second level, because when you look at things,
Like
I feel
right
like
here,
gold is higher than
specifically.
blue.
Gold would definitely be higher than blue, especially dealing with like energy levels or what have you.
Even
Because
dealing with Tekken ranks, like
yeah,
you
Tekken
you
ranks.
got the blue ranks and you got Tekken God Prime.
And once you get there, you're like the best of your character. But I don't know if you see right here where I'm highlighting with the cursor,
Yeah.
instead of like you said his what I can't even think of what to call it, but we're gonna say his like enhanced arm at the moment.
Uh-huh.
It does turn golden at the hand, as well as right here, his eye
On his
starts
eye.
to give off a gold glow as well.
Yeah.
But the bottom part of his forearm, I want to say, still maintains that kind of blue hue to it. It's really fascinating, and it's nice to see what they actually can do with small little details on the character.
Yeah, even the sigils when he uses it, obviously those change color, but it looks like for different combos and different attacks, it's almost like different sigils. I could be wrong about that, but
No, those have
like,
been going around there. Those are all completely different sigils. Plus the ground circle, the magic circle that he has right here.
yeah, it's almost like he's representing the sun. No, but
Yeah,
there's the moon in it. There's the sun and the moon. So maybe the moon is the blue energy and the sun is the yellow. That's what I think it is.
I like that. I like that. You know, this kind of resembles a clock also.
It
Do you think
does.
it could be like hinting at your time is done, which is probably why he ends it off with saying, you
It,
know, arrivederci.
Arrivederci!
another JoJo fight.
It just looks like massive, like what would you call those things? Um, sun signals, sigils. You said, yeah. It looks like just
Yeah.
multiple sigils that are allowing that he's channeling his power through to shoot his opponent with, all in the
And
shape of
it
a arrow. Like
and
that's
it
really
makes
nice.
sense for it being like a light arrow. I
Mm-hmm.
almost see like Zelda resemblances, because the light arrow is like one of the strongest items you can get, you know? And it banishes demons. It banishes demons, so it makes sense.
That's nice. That's really nice.
Now,
Other.
one last thing I wanted to say,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure when you said it resembled a clock, I was like, you're right, but it almost resembles one of those annual sundial clocks. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know
Like
what? It does. It does.
not just a 24-hour one, but like a very long one.
A very long one. Like you're not
Yeah.
sure if time's really passing. No, but that is nice. You know, I didn't even realize that the sun and moon are directly in the middle.
That's what I'm saying. It because it looks like the moon is about to eclipse the sun. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh
And
wow.
it's a lot of symbolism I'm not really understanding. I'd like to know what these patterns mean. If anyone knows what they mean, please comment down below, because we'll make another follow-up theory video. But I just like the complete aesthetics of it. The gold layering on to the blue, it brings it all together. I know a lot of Claudio's things have to do with like wool, and that could represent the moon. And as we were talking the other day, his last name Serafino, getting more lore wise into it. resembles angels, and that could represent the sun. So
Exactly.
if we want to think about this on a much larger scale, the wolves we know from Tekken, unknown, and he kind of has that unknown look, even if you look at him right now, like that could be unknown's nephew or something. I don't know, but
A
but
long
he
lost nephew.
he also has the same aura in his yellow attacks as Angel, another mysterious character, and I'm not sure if there's any lineage, that follows up with that,
Uh-huh.
or what significance it may have. But I feel like he's gonna have a major role in Tekken 8.
Now, you brought up Angel, and I just want to know, do you think there would be room for her in Tekken 8 if her and him have an actual like relationship, like they have some type of connection between the two of them?
Do I? Let me rephrase that. Do I think Angel is gonna have a place in Tekken 8 as a character slot or
Yeah,
wise?
or just lore wise.
Oh, like what are my thoughts on it in general? I would say she will be DLC. I'll put complete money on that. Angel will be DLC.
All right, and I guess this would be my comment question for everybody else. What are your thoughts? Do you think that Angel and Claudio Serafino have a connection enough for her to show up in the game just to fulfill his own, specialized lore in the universe? And
And last, I just wanted to see what you thought about, um, I guess, story wise for him. Where do you see his story going?
um, I believe he'll be the one to take out the big bad. Um, I I'm not sure if he's gonna be purely like the goody two shoes. Like, yeah, I banished the demons. I've vanquished all of my foes, and that he'll stay exactly in the same place. I feel like, or I fear, based off of how they presented him in seven, that there is a chance he could try to vie for power himself after, after the slot's been emptied, so to speak. You get me?
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, but I feel like that could potentially happen. But if it doesn't, I just hope he doesn't become like a minor side character similar to Zafina did for seven.
Hmm.
And
So,
that's my parts on it. What about you?
yeah, and I definitely like agree with a lot of that. I, however, don't think he's going to be the one to take out Kazuya because at this point, I don't think there's going to be
New
any secret.
challenge.
Oh, I love her. I love her voice, but I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think
really
there's going
nice.
to be, yeah, any additional villain like Akuma surprise, or
Uh-huh.
Kazumi. I really think it's gonna be Kazuya as the main villain, and they've already set it up too long for too many games for Jin to not do it, and a lot of fans will be very upset. And the reason I say that, because what you're saying would be a better story because it's surprising.
Yeah.
Um, but that's not how Tekken fans think. And also, they've been very upset with Harada in the Tekken 7 story, so he's no longer in charge of the story, just giving general, impressions over it. He even came out and said that the Tekken 7 story would have been better if he was not in charge of it. Got a lot of backlash on Twitter about it. So
Okay.
that's why I'm thinking they're just going to go with the most predictable, safest route to please all of the fans.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
It's not where I would go with it though.
same. It would be nice to see somebody else at the forefront of Tekken, especially since the granddad and the father are both out of the picture now, or
Yeah,
sorry, soon to be out of the picture now.
and to be honest with you, bro, here's the way I'd go about it. I would make Jin and Kazuya fight to the death. Kazuya would win and kill Jin
Uh
and
huh.
become the full devil mode that we've seen in things like that Tekken 3D movie. um, or even the story mode of Tekken 7.
Got you.
And, and then I would have Claudio um try to defeat him, but he would only expel Kazuya from his body, making the Devil Gene its own embodiment, as it, used to be before Kazuya completely absorbed the devil himself. And then I would finish it out with Jun Kazama defeating the Devil Gene. Now, what this would do is, one, take Jin out of the story. He'd be dead. A lot of people wouldn't fuck with that. I already know that. A lot of people would hate that storyline. But I'd be fine with it. I would let Kazuya become the hero of Tekken 9, this time with no Devil Gene in him, and give him basically a redemption arc where he picks up his son in Jun's fighting style, and Lars picks up more of his. And that's another thing. Lars could even be in there. You know what I'm saying?
That is
Lars
true.
is a major hero. He might die in Tekken 8, but he could also switch from the hero in Tekken 8 to being the villain in Tekken 9, because that's how radically these games switch protagonists and villains. And I think a brothers rivalry where like Lars has more of Kazuya's old fighting style mixed with Hihachi's, versus Kazuya using more of Jun and Jin's fighting style. That could be interesting in itself.
It would be a fresh, like a breath of fresh air when you hop onto a game and everything that you've known before has been like flipped on top of his head,
Right.
but in a great way, and it would make the story a lot better. It's just something about like that sibling rivalry where one is completely good and the other one is completely bad, but they're both following their own goals. Like what is that? Like Devil May Cry. The
Yeah.
the 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 dichotomy or the differences between Virgil and Dante is what made the game good. What gave the story, that oomph, you know. Um,
Right.
but I see what you mean. Welcome back to another video, or sorry, I did it again, but I'll just take that part off. Don't even worry about it. All right, there we go.
The battle between good and evil is eternal.
They did a great job on the sound design of it.
They did. But I just gotta know why. Why is he above everybody else? Like, who is he? Who is this guy?
I did not watch The Boys, but I've seen clips. He's extremely handsome. He's just, he's really aggressive, man. From what I've seen, like, I mean, he's really just another carbon copy Superman. I
Okay.
wouldn't call Omni Man a carbon copy Superman,
Which
even though
is
he has a lot
Hitler
of,
with the O, right?
yeah, Space Hitler. He basically is, they're both Superman for real, for real.
Okay.
But they're
I don't
they
even
do
like.
what they have to maintain their status of superiority. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I haven't seen Invincible either. I've only seen clips, but I'm going based off of what my friends have told me,
Okay.
and how, like, you can ask Kai. He loves Invincible and The Boys. Live action don't really do it for me, so I never tune into The Boys.
Mhm.
And another Justice League didn't sound too interesting, so I didn't watch Invincible. But I did hear they just announced season 2, and with the announcing of him in Mortal Kombat, which I think is a perfect fucking fit, I definitely want to get caught up on it, and we will, make some more reaction videos about that in the future.
Yeah,
But
especially
what
when
do
it comes
you
time to playing.
go ahead?
Oh no, I said especially when it comes to seeing how they play. Um, but if you were gonna ask on my opinion, I'm looking
Um,
forward to this guy right here.
oh my God, Ermac
I'm
is like the Brian Fury of Mortal Kombat. I
he's
love that man.
my
Like
favorite.
my
Um,
favorite too. It's making me buy the game because before seeing this trailer, I had no hopes for this game.
at
I did
all.
I did until they start showing it, and I realized, oh, the only new interesting thing about it is it has assist characters. It's not even as interactive in the stage aspect as Mortal Kombat 10. Don't get me wrong, I haven't played the game yet, and it's still in its beta version, so
Mhm.
I can't say that for sure. But I'm just going based off upon what we've seen before. Um, this character roster is insane. They're doing a great job on the roster, which is a major part that they failed in Mortal Kombat 11. So I think they're trying to go even harder on this. But Ermac definitely my favorite. That's who I'm most excited for out of any of these characters. I
Mhm.
don't think they can announce anyone else that's gonna be, more interesting than a classic, just badass character like Ermac. Even Shang Tsung, who's amazing, who has some of Ermac's moves,
Mhm.
he's not really on his level. He's a very great spacing character, and we know Mortal Kombat's all about spacing.
Right.
Um, he has teleportating excuse me, telepathic combos. And I just like the dark eerie vibe he gives, and like pairing him up with Quan Chi right next to him, that just doubles down on it.
But but
So
so if I got it correctly, this Mortal Kombat one is Liu Kang's revision of the timeline. From what I remember about, the story of Mortal Kombat 11, which again wasn't wasn't amazing. The
was not the
story the
best.
story was cool. Like it was cool for what it was, but I didn't care for how the balancing of the characters came out. Maybe because I was just playing a lower tier character to start off with, but it felt like it was like a sort of a large power gap in the abilities of everybody. So my biggest thing with with me purchasing this also would just be going up against somebody like Omni-Man and the super is his name Homelander? I think his name is Homelander. And
Yes.
Homelander here. I wouldn't want to go up against two of them together because I feel like it'd be one-sided. I know this guy, that's Peacemaker, DC Universe, correct?
No, not DC. Let me see where Peacemaker's from, because I didn't see that movie.
Justice League, Suicide Squad. So yeah, he should be from DC League or
You sure?
DC
Let
Universe.
me see.
Look him up. Let me know for sure. And while you do that, let's talk about our boy Takeda. Because it looks like Takeda. It should be Takeda. But how was Takeda born? Is because he was the estranged son of Kenshi that was raised by Scorpion.
Yep.
Now I see he has like the shinobi, the ninja gear. And he even has his weapons from 10 when he first showed up. But like,
So
does his story differ much?
it has to be different because we're in a new universe. Kenshi's a fucking millionaire. Don't know how that happened.
Yeah, and he still
But
has his eyesight too, doesn't he?
I don't know about that. He wears shades. I really
Oh,
don't
okay.
know. And Kenshi, he's also one of my favorite characters. If Ermac isn't in the game, I'm looking for Aaron Black or Kenshi. Um, but I was completely wrong about Peacemaker. He is from DC. I didn't think he was just because I seen the HBO Max TV series, and
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize that he was in the Suicide Squad. Like that's amazing.
Yeah. And look at his face. It looks like they're using John Cena's model from the movie, from the
Oh yeah,
movies and the show as his actual face.
yeah,
That's live. I will say I appreciate that they're doing that more, using like more famous people or what have you as character models for their characters.
yeah.
It's
Just like
it's nice. It's really
Just
cool to
like
look
Arnold
at.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, that was cool. And Rocky, that was wild.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Rambo was a great character addition. Mortal Kombat never fails on the DLC. They really don't. But I think sometimes they do often fail on the implementation of these characters. Like I can guarantee you Homelander is going to be the same as Superman and Injustice. Besides the auto abilities that Injustice has. But I don't know if, Mortal Kombat 1 is going to have those same auto abilities.
Wait, what do you mean
And then,
auto abilities?
have you played the Injustice games?
Yeah, yeah, I can't think of what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
So, yeah, I just wanted to be clear. Like, Flash can slow down time and,
Oh,
make himself go
yeah,
faster.
okay.
Um,
I got you.
Superman has that hovering fly thing. Batman has those batarangs. Wonder Woman and Nightwing.
Have
Um,
access to their weapons. I know Wonder Woman
yep,
can use her shield, her sword, and her whip. You're talking
yep,
about the character abilities. That's why I'm
exactly.
confused. I'm like, auto abilities? I've been playing the game wrong this entire time.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I didn't know how to phrase it.
Oh no, man, you're good.
But yeah, if they add that, which I think will be a good add, to be honest, because Injustice and Mortal Kombat are the same game. Um, I think that would be good, and that could give it leeway to make Omni Man and Peacemaker different. Which again, everybody viewing this, take this with a grain of salt. Haven't seen The Boys or Invincible, but I will watch it and come back and give a better description of how I think their powers will go. But I only see them being echo characters of each other.
No, honestly, cause what's the difference? Like, of course, I've watched death battles between the two of them, and they do look like their powers are fairly similar.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see if there's any versatility in it.
Yeah, we definitely
That's one
will.
one thing I'm kind of worried about, but also not really because I'm worried about Tekken 8 in the first place, and I'm only gonna play with Ermac anyways, so we'll see.
Yeah. Um, honestly, that's really it for me about this one.
Yeah, man. I mean, Takeda's storyline is to be discussed. We'll figure what that is. Ermac's
Yeah.
gonna be amazing. Quan Chi's gonna be classic. I don't really see them changing him up much. He has a lot of relevance in the story, but besides that, I don't know. He's not that um overpowered of a character. And then Peacemaker. Hopefully, we see him in Injustice 3 as well.
Because I would
Um,
love Injustice 3. I wanted Injustice
yeah,
3 more than Mortal Kombat. I can't lie. Like, you guys can flame me in the comments if you want. But I wanted Injustice 3.
yeah. I'm not gonna say I disagree with you or agree with you for my own safety in the comments, but regardless, I just think Homelander and Omni Man are going to be Echo characters. But those are my final thoughts.
And my final thoughts for this is I just hope it wouldn't be too hard to go up against any sort of combination of the 60s people together, or or that even Omni-Man up here, or sorry, Omni-Man down here, and everybody else on the lower level, so Peacemaker, Takeda, Quan Chi, and Ermac here, are all either going to be the assist characters or they'll be playable and Homelander will just be an assist character. Because it could have been set up like that too. We won't know up until the game comes out, and that's my final thought on it. So this is our man signing off.
And Ezreal signing off. Have a good day, y'all. Like, subscribe, comment below. We appreciate and love y'all. Collective Kings out.
Bye bye.